Hi there, friends. This is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage, and Jeff and I are back from our little trip. It was really fun. We had a great time. It was a really beautiful place. If anybody ever is interested in going to Carson Ridge Luxury Cabins, I would definitely recommend it. It was sorry about that. It was really beautiful, and the people there were really nice and helpful in all ways, and was very relaxing. And it didn't rain while we were there. It was nice. I think it's in a part of Washington State that it's very foresty. It's like right on the edge. So if you go where the rain pattern is, so it's in the gorge. So it's beautiful. It's in the woods, but it's close enough again to where that rainfall pattern is that it's pretty dry. And so we had a lot of good hiking, no rain. So that was great. And it's nice to be back. I got all my stuff for my holiday order, and I'm really excited to work on it. So excited that I didn't really want to do what I'm doing today, but I am doing it anyway because this is Check You Out. Now, this is something that Erica Serwin did on her page already, and her projects were super cute. And I knew I wanted to use it, but when I saw what she was doing, hi Marty, it's nice to see you. When I saw what she was working on, it just encouraged me to get it out and get it going. So make sure you share my video. Later today, I will do the drawing. I have 2 weeks worth of a drawing to do, and I am going to get to it because I don't want to have 3 weeks. So I'll make sure I get to it. And I think today's projects are going to go through pretty quickly again. So I'm just going to use this Check You Out stamp set. It's a really cute one. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's see. I need to one other thing. I wanted to remind people, if you are a demonstrator, to renew your flex or redeem your flex points here pretty quick. I think we have 2 more months. September, October, I think till the end of October. I'm not 100% sure about that. You probably know more than I do about it. But anyway, just make sure you get that done. And it is nice to catch you live too, Marty, because usually I see your comments later, and you are such an encouraging person, and I appreciate that. So you must not have grandkids today, huh? I'm going to switch down to the desk, so hopefully I won't lose anything in that process. We'll see if I can get us oriented where the workstation is going to be, because this is the challenge, is where is it? Okay, so here is the new catalog. You guys are going to be looking at this very soon. I know. You don't have your grandkids today? Yeah. Well, they're sweet, though. You would want them, I'm sure. Anyway, there are all kinds of really cool things in here, and I am going to be working a lot on it in the next few weeks, actually. Several weeks, probably. But today we are going to be working on this Check You Out. And I've got this little guy stamped because I was checking his colors to see, and we are doing him. One other thing I just wanted to mention really quick. This Experience Creativity little booklet is a new little booklet you can get if you ask your demonstrator, or you are a demonstrator, or you know somebody who does stuff with our card making projects and all. I would encourage, check this little booklet out. It has some items in it that are exclusive to it. And there's a really nice magnolia stamp set in it that's not in our big one. I think these are the actual size, so they're a little bit smaller. It coordinates with our Good Morning Magnolia set. And there's also this cute little set. And isn't that cute? I love this little owl, which is why I thought about it today, because this booklet, because of the little owl we're going to be using. So anyhow, I have some of these. Michelle, you wanted one, and I thought I had it and didn't. I thought what I gave you was current, and it wasn't for your friend. I have them now. So if you still want one, I have it, and you can get it from me. So anyhow, today we are going to be working a lot with, in fact, I'm just going to work with the Stamparatus today. I think that's going to work best. And I took our craft, it starts with art craft paper. I think this is it might be called Arts and Crafts. I'm not exactly sure what this DSP is, but with your 12 by 12 sheet, you can cut out, circles that are joined, and I'm just doing a few little booklets today. Gonna do quick little stamps. This is going to be a little quick, simple stamp thing that you could do for teachers. If the paper has, I will have to get some white circles cut out to write on the inside of this little booklet, but it's going to just be a handy little booklet that I can send quick little thank you notes to some teachers. And I actually have an extra one here. Maybe this might be something you would get if you share today. You might get a little extra kit of your own to do. And then I think we'll use the books, because this stamp set has these cute little characters. It has these wonderful book spines and the fold, the pages. I'm probably not going to use this library. This is the old-fashioned way we used to check books out of the library. I don't think I'm going to be using this today, but it has really cute little sentiments. So, Mercedes, it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. So, anyhow, we're going to do this. It's going to be very quick and cute, but I do need to use the Stamparatus because these guys, when you have a stamp that has a lot of ink, impressing going on here. I don't know what you call these characters. They're more like cartoony characters rather than just line drawn. Like my glasses are a line drawn. Let me grab something really quick to just show you what I'm talking about. So if I grab my Birds of a Feather, this has cute little characters in it too. These are just line drawn. You can easily stamp those with a stamp, and you're not going to have probably a lot of issues with ink not being impressed well enough. But these guys, you might. So I just automatically already know I am going to be using the Stamparatus. So we'll get our magnets out here, and I am going to want to just stamp. We're going to use, we are going to use the owl for this round one. Okay, and then I also kind of need something to support my, I think I'm going to just use my ink pad under here. I need a good support here when I get my stamp on here. So we're going to get our little owl out. Hi, Terry. It's nice to see you. Thank you, you guys, for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you share. At the end of this video, I am going to go on again. I'm going to stop this one. And actually, I'm going to have to do it later. I forgot. I'm going to have to do it later in the day. But I will go on later today and do, a quick thank you for sharing. I'm going to, my brain's not in gear here. I'm going to go on and see who shared the videos from the last 2 weeks. So I have 2 drawings to do, okay? That's what I'm trying to get to. When you share my videos, I'm going to enter you in a weekly drawing, but because I was on vacation, it's going to be a little bit later, and that's why I'm doing 2. So today I'm going to do it. All right, now I want this little owl to be like right here. He needs to be off of the label just a tiny bit because I need room for my sentiment. So since I'm doing this for a teacher, I want starting a new chapter. We have, like, my husband is a teacher, and at the old school that I worked at too, there's so many new teachers this year, just a ton. So the starting a new chapter, if I can find it, is going to be the only sentiment I'm probably going to use. And I want to make sure it's going to fit on here. So that's why I'm I'm playing around here with the owl. Maybe we'll stick him like this. I do want his legs on though, so we'll just stick him over there. We might have to put our sentiment off to the side a bit, but I don't want him, I want some of his hand here. I don't want all of it off. Okay, so you can just stick your little owl on there. Okay, let me move my... Now I've got my stitched frames out because I've already cut out, as you can see, I've already cut out all of my, all of the little pieces we're using today. And so to match up my colors, we are going to use terracotta tile. I've got with our Whisper White, I've got terracotta tile, Pacific Point is this color, and actually this is probably Night of Navy, but I had some extra Pacific Point, so that's what I'm using there. And so we are matching that with our terracotta tile. And this set is really cute. I really like it. It's gonna be a fun one. Okay, so we'll make sure he's back where I want him. Now we'll see if I have to stamp him again. That's the other thing I really like about the Stamparatus is I can stamp him as often as I need to. There's a couple of little bubbles, and I wouldn't mind him being a little darker. So we'll just do him one more time. There, that's pretty dark. I don't want him any darker than that. So we'll wipe that off with the chamois. And he has some cute little eyeglasses. They're very cute. Maybe I will just bring my plastic. The trouble is when I don't tear this off very often because I have like 3 of them on the side because I forget to put them back on. So I don't even take them off. I usually just keep them right on here. So there's his little glasses. They're cute. So with the Stamparatus, see, I can just stick his little glasses right where I want them. Make sure his eyeballs are in the middle of those glasses. The stamp is sticking really well to my hand. And we're going to do the glasses in the Pacific Point. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Marty, for the color thing. That's the one nice thing too about those the DSPs. If you are using DSP, it's pretty easy. You just go with the colors that they have. Now my glasses are crooked a little. I should have brought it over a tiny bit, but I'm gonna leave it because, you know, teach absent-minded professor sort of thing. It's fine. Teachers are not always as perfect as they would probably like us to believe anyway. So, okay, so the glasses askew are actually kind of endearing. At least I'm going to tell myself that. My husband does wear glasses, and he used to be a football coach, so his glasses were always torqued, like weirdly, wouldn't fit on his face, and he kind of got used to it like that, and so he's fine with it. Doesn't bother him a bit. And I think we want our little sentiment. Boy, I'm going to do it with the Pacific Point, but I kind of like to do a color that's darker for the words, just to make sure the words stand out good. But okay, so we'll do Pacific Point, and if I don't like it, I can always redo it, I guess. I probably have another little circle shape here somewhere. Oh, I picked up my whole thing. All right, there we go. Cute. Get all that cleaned off. And we'll stick that back on there. Okay, so let me put these to the side. And grab this out. So what we're doing is we're gonna make sure I know where my book is opening up and closing. I don't want to get this on the wrong side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just layer these on here. And I think we'll want to just do some snail on this one. Okay, and then we'll put dimensionals on the other. On our new in our new catalog, the dimensional, they have black dimensionals. They are exactly like these dimensionals. They are black. They're very cool. I am so excited to use my Halloween stamps. I know I said it already, but I am. Halloween is coming up, I know. And I wasn't, when I first got the set, I was thinking, I don't want to do the Halloween and other holidays. I'm having too much fun with all of my new stuff here, and didn't really want to do it. But then once I got going on it, it was like, well, of course I want to do holiday. I'm suddenly in a very holiday-ish mood. There are all these cute. It's the neat thing about Stampin' Up! As I get to it sort of kicks me into a high holiday gear well ahead of the holiday, and that I like holidays, so that's a good thing for me. It might not be a good thing for everyone. Okay, now I have to think about what I'm doing here, because I actually have pulled out. I'm going to use in our holiday catalog, there's a Gather Together ribbon combo. And it comes with this Cajun Craze twine. I love the twine. I use twine all the... Oh, hi, Linda. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing. Hey, check in later, like an hour after my show here. It'll probably take me an hour for me to download my video and then check to see all the people who shared the last 2 weeks. But I am doing a drawing for 2. I'm going to do a double drawing today, so... Anyway, back to the ribbon. So they have, I think it's a crumb cake is the other one. Anyway, the other one is probably, I want to say 3/8 inch ribbon, and it's a little fatter than this, and this twine. But I love twine, so anyhow, we are going to use this twine. I was going to use the twine or the Pacific Point. Might use the Pacific Point one here, because now I don't think this is even available, but I love it. It might still be in the catalog. It's just Whisper. It's a white, but with this Pacific Point overcast stitching on each side. I love it. It's really nice. So let's see. Where do we want this bow? I actually, because of where I've put my dimensionals, I think I'm good. I think I don't have to really make this decision just yet, because I'm going to just sort of stick this guy on the side, and then I can slide my ribbon up and I can attach it however I want. I was a little paranoid about how I wanted to put it. I'm not sure that I want to even do it like that. We could make a little slit. I think it's wide enough. I could make a slit and get it through. That would be pretty close with this. I could easily do it with the twine, but not so sure about this Pacific Point. This is a little fat. I'm afraid it won't work to do that. So we'll go ahead and just tie. For now, I'm going to just tie a bow. This is how I operate. I have plans, then as I go, I kind of change my plan and think, I think I would like that better. And then I think, oh no. And oftentimes it's the ribbon. Yes, I love this ribbon. It's cute. I think just tying it into a bow is going to be good. And then I can just stick it up there. What do you think? Does that look good? And then also, I can just use my dimensional to attach it. Let's use a half of a dimensional on the side. They have the half ones. And I think my ribbon will stick to it. There. Voila. And just trim off the edges like that. And we're all set. Okay, so this is my first little teacher welcome booklet. So what I will do is It looks slightly crooked. I think I put my owl on here slightly crooked. Let's fix that because I don't really want him to be crooked. I'm gonna have to reapply these dimensionals because he wasn't really on there right. When you open it, you don't want him to be sliding off the card. That's kind of what he looked like. He was sliding off. Okay, so here is the side, Kathy. Right there. Okay, there we go. All right, so when they open this, there's going to be a cute little white center that says, welcome to, whether it's Hanford High School or Tapteel Elementary, depending on who they are. And then on the last page, I can, if you were a PTA person, this is a good size for a classroom that are not kindergartners. Now you could have your kindergartners write their names, you know, if you want to use all the pages, because they would have a very hard time, all of them writing their names. But if you have like three kids could easily get their names. And then you could use it as a gift card or something. This circle is actually a little short of a 4-inch. It's a 3 3/4 inch circle. A 4-inch circle would probably give you a little more space. And I use my cutting machine to cut these. You know, you can just line up your circles on your cutting machine and erase your little connector lines. And your machine will just cut these out. And you could do any shape. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one is, we're using this oblong one. And that's because I want to use the cute little worm. This little wormy guy is so cute. And he, I think, is going to be, I think I'm going to be able to get him, I think I'm going to be able to get his little sentiment on the above his head. I'm hoping so. Oh, he's cute. Oops, his body's got to go the other way. Let's move. Now these magnets, remember, when you use these, you do want to keep them apart. So that's a little bit of a challenge when you're doing a label. So we're going to stick our little worm guy here. He's so cute. And still going to stick with the, well, actually, let me use a, let's do a happy birthday on this one. I'll use this one for a kid. So yeah, my happy birthday can fit right there. And then there's this little heart. There's this little heart. The little heart can fit on here too. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so let's do the worm first. As the worm turns, right? Okay, so we are going to use the green for this is actually Pool Party in this. It starts with art, DSP. So I'm going to use, I just expect that I'll probably need to stamp him. Oops. My goodness. I'll probably have to stamp him 2 times. Let me make sure I inked him good. Okay, there's one stamp. And yes, so his little head, not quite as dark as I want it. So we'll stick him on there again. Oh, perfect. Okay, doesn't he just look so cute? I don't know about you, especially Marty, if you were watching your grandkids, I bet you are ready for school to start. I am very, very ready for school to start. I'm very looking forward to school starting. Okay, we are going to use the same terracotta tile for the, oh, that's the, uh-oh. I had my sentiment out. and then it flipped and it disappeared. Totally disappeared on me. Well, we are going to do a different sentiment then, because I don't really care to search for it. We will do just checking on you. That will be a good one too. I send a lot of get well cards, so I'm going to do both of these together. This one and the little heart. We're going to do them both together because I'm using the same color. And then I'm going to, after I'm done here, I'm going to go on a search for that happy birthday. I'm sure it's stuck to here. It could be stuck to my shoe right now. Who knows? That's what happens with these super sticky photopolymer stamps. You see how he's just pulling that up? You little Dickens. Let's slide this in here because I don't really want that coming up. There we go. All right, now I got a little pool party, looks like, right there. Good thing my heart's going over that. There we go. Can't even see it now. All right, so let's clean that off and get those put back on this so that I don't lose. That's where the happy birthday was. And I know I took the happy birthday off since I was going to, oh, what's this? There it is, happy birthday. I just had it stuck over the heart. And we'll move this way over to the side. Okay, I'm going to put my magnets away because I'm afraid they're going to knock together. If I just stick them on my desk, I'm starting to get a little flabbergasted. This is ice. This is that Stampin' Up! Glitter. Ice Stampin' Up! Glitter. Oh, man. I think I have a lot of sparkly glitter already, but I couldn't resist. I thought, well, maybe it'll be slightly different than other glitter. Who knows? You never know. Okay, so we are going to put this guy here. We do maybe want to tie this. So, let's see. We're going to tie it. I think I am going to want a little punch. And we are going to just grab a tiny, since this is twine, I think I can use now this is my super small punch. I don't think that will work. I think I need this size punch. So we are going to just do a real tie on this, I believe. Okay, so we'll stick this here. I love the glitter too. Oh, they're all homeschooled. Now, homeschooling is very useful. We homeschooled our daughter through 3rd grade, and we were planning to homeschool our boys through 3rd grade, but our one boy, just one, was a little stinker about doing homework, a little stinker. By the time he was 6 or 7, I told Jeff I don't think the school could possibly do a worse job than I'm doing. So I was mistaken about that, actually. But it worked out okay anyhow. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little hole through here, but before I attach these all down, I kind of need, maybe I won't. I'll just do it like this because I'm afraid I'll totally mess it up. So we'll go ahead and just stick this on here. They did the best they could, but you know what? A student who does not want to do any schoolwork manages to get out of it, whether they are in school or not. Now, I have this little circle because I thought I might need it to stick my saying on there, but I really don't, so I'm going to just take that off. But I do want my terracotta tile sticking out here just to give me that extra color. It's what the pens are. Pens and pencils. I just kind of want it sticking out. I think there will be good. We're going to just put some snail on that one. Okay, and then couple more dimensionals on the back. And you know what, that kid, our kid that was not wanting to do any, he turned out fine. It turns out that God is really good about helping people in life if they want to. And he's a pretty good kid. All right, so we're going to use this. We're going to just tie, we're going to put a little hole here. And then I can tie my ribbon. And whoever is taking this card apart is going to have to untie to make that happen. But this will kind of hold it together and be kind of cute. I might want to take my twine and tie another bow, do a double tie and fasten it on too, just to give it a little extra something, okay? Now, they wouldn't really even have to take it off. They could just slide it to the side and still open this easily enough and then slide it back on. So it's actually not that challenging. Okay, so that is that one. And this last one, I did the circle with the sailing away, or sail away. I kind of forget what that DSP is called, but I really liked this. This is so pretty. This just made me think of traveling and all, and I think we can use our books. So let's see how we're going to do that. We're going to put the magnets back on. I better grab them off the back here. 2nd to 9th graders, Marty, and let's see, 1 in 11th grade that are homeschooled, and you homeschool the daughter. Wow, you are very gifted then. Although I do have to say the other people that I know that homeschool their high school students, by the time they are that age, if you are homeschooling, probably they're working out pretty well with you, and that's, I don't know. It seemed like the people that I knew who were doing homeschool at that age, it was not easier because there are other challenges. So I don't want to use the word easier, but at least the kids were not as uncooperative, let's say, as those elementary students can be. But I certainly wouldn't know. I have never tried to homeschool a middle or a high middle school. That sounds really tough. I would think middle school would be very tough. In our state, middle school is 6, 7, and 8, and elementary is kindergarten through 5th grade. Okay, so the specific point, I'm going to do the first book with this color. I'm suspecting I'm going to have to stamp it 2 times to get all those little ink bubbles out that I didn't want. Okay, so that's one little book. And we'll clean this guy off. I really like these book spines. I could, if I wanted to take the time to do it, could use a little fine ink gel pen, and you could write your own titles on that. Wouldn't that be fun? Then we're going to use this book for the next one. Now this one has a space for, make sure I've got it on its imaginary shelf. This one has a space for actually writing. Okay. And we will use our Night of Navy for this one. I'm just, because that Pacific Point doesn't really match, but I really didn't want it to be the same blue. So that's why I used it, even though it's not quite the right shade. Okay, there we go. That's our Night of Navy. So that is a better match color-wise. So we'll we'll stick with that one. And if I had, let's see, we've got a thank you that I think will fit. I don't think the happy birthday will, but the thank you will actually fit right in here. So you could put thank you right there if you wanted to. I am not going to because I'm going to do something else with that. But let me look at these words. There are some other things you could use, you know, there's enough words on here that I think you could find something cute to put in there. If you weren't confident in your own writing, you know, if you didn't feel comfortable just handwriting something. But it'd be a nice one. So you could put your kid's name right there. There's a lot of things you can do with this. And then the book with the book that's laying down, we're going to put that one like this. Okay. And we'll just use our Knight of Navy again. Okay, and we're going to leave it at that for this one. All right, now we're ready for the starting a new chapter. I'm going to stick that right there. I kind of want it to be straight. The starting needs to be even with my, it keeps sticking to my hand. Oh my goodness. I want it to line up with my book here. There we go. I think that's good. Okay. So, kind of fooling around here. Oh, somebody's calling me. That's interesting. Oh, the kids like homeschool. If they like homeschool. See, the thing is, my son did not really like homeschool because he had never been to school. And then, of course, once he went to school, he was so wanting to be homeschooled again. And it was like, well, I'm sorry, that's not how this works. So we've got starting a new chapter right there. I have my, this is our new Golden Glitz gold, and I haven't used it yet. And I kind of wanted to see what it would look like. So I'm going to grab it really fast here. And we're going to test it out and see how it looks. But I'm going to test it on a piece of scrap paper. As I don't really trust that. We're going to test it out. See, I wasn't sure what this is going to look like. Oh, my magnet's in the way. That's no good. Let's try that again. Okay, ooh, that is very gold. I like that. That's pretty. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy using that, but I'm not going to use it probably here. You know what? It would be nice to put that gold in the lines of my paper book. And you know, I could do that. It wouldn't be that hard to do. It's a matter of, do I really want to take the time to do that right now? Because what you would do is you just would wipe away the ink from around that, right? So you could do your gold. And if I lined my lines, in fact, if I did my lines a little off from where they are, I could do my gold right there. But I am not going to do that. That seems a little laborious right now. So I'm doing 3 little projects here, so I don't think I want to add anything too fancy to that. I think this will be fine as it is. Your boys didn't want to. They're so funny. It was probably just a boy thing, you know. And I didn't know. I was in my 20s. I didn't know any better. And so I made the decision to not, well, it wasn't just me. My husband's like, he doesn't care, you know, homeschool, whatever. And but in the long run, what ended up happening is I ended up still having to homeschool him because he wasn't doing any work at school either. So it ended up that I had to do the work of almost the same work of being a homeschool parent while he was at school. And plus at school they just waste so much time, because they've got like so many students that they're moving from one place. Just to do lunch at school takes a whole hour to do, and at home you can do it in 15 minutes. So anyway, it was a mistake to stop homeschooling them, but I didn't really know that until we'd already made that decision, and I wasn't going to go back on it. But yeah, boys, they're so funny. I think if William was the one that didn't want to be homeschooled, he was the one that really liked people. So he did like being at school. He just didn't want to do any of the work. I think he thought if he wasn't at home, he wouldn't have to do any of the work. Well, actually, he didn't have to as much as he did at home. It's true, which wasn't to his benefit. He ended up doing a lot of summer school to make up for the fact that he still wasn't getting his work done. Now, I thought I had a big silver thing, but that's okay. I've got 2 ribbons. So I had this ribbon in case I decided at the last minute to use gold. This is from our Two Wild Rose. I forget. But anyway, this is Night of Navy ribbon with this beautiful, looks like rose gold. Maybe this was the special order thing. I don't know. But this also, I think this is going to work with this better. This is our Baker's Twine Night of Navy and Crumb Cake Baker's Twine. So this is going to work better. And I'm going to just use the same, I think I'm going to use the same method. Maybe I'll do something different here. I think I'm going to do something different. Because I kind of want my ribbon to be more like this. Okay, so we will go ahead and put our dimensionals on here. You can use a dry paintbrush to put the gold on the oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Linda, for telling me that. That's a great idea. There's so many things I just don't even think of. And then, and that's one of the nice things about getting together and stamping together. Somebody who has done something says, oh, well, you could do this. And I'm thinking, oh, I never would have even thought of that. I only have like probably 20 brushes over there, but do I use them? Not very often, actually. All right, and it's because I just don't think about it. I don't think about it. I use my brush to brush away my embossing powder. That's about all I use it for. Okay, so I'm still kind of dangling out the idea of putting my ribbon behind my paper, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to just double up this. We're going to stick this on here like this, and then I'm going to trim it, of course. Now, the other thing about this Baker's Twine is that it unravels really nicely. And I love that. You can get these really nice frayed edges when you use that. And I saw somebody had taken, they'd taken some of the woven thread, I think they'd used white. They'd used white woven, and it was the fatter ribbon that we have. It might be 5/8. And they had just pulled out a couple of the threads on either side of it, and then laid it flat on top of some yellow cardstock. It looked really pretty. Anyway, I'm going to use that idea somewhere along the line. I just didn't. I'm not yet. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then if I have the ability to tie a tiny bow, I can tie a tiny bow and see if I want to stick it on there. But this, I didn't leave myself much of a scrap, so not sure if I can tie this small of a bow, but you never know. Maybe luck is with me today. See if I can. There we go. There. Very good. Actually managed it. We'll stick that on there. We'll need just a tiny piece of our dimensional. Here, we'll just stick a little snippet of it on there. And we'll kind of curve it around. And there's that. All right, starting a new chapter. So cute. So these are the 3 little booklets we made today. I'm gonna do something about this ribbon because this is not enough. I'm gonna need to, I could even just double it up right here. You know, maybe I'll tie it into a knot and do that. Oh no, I can't. Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't want to go get more ribbon because I'd have to leave my desk to do that. So I'll have to mess with that later, but I want something fatter there. Yeah, all right. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. And I actually forgot to put my little host code down here. If you want to order any of these products, I will be happy to send you a thank you gift for doing that. And make sure you check out my Pinterest and Facebook and this is Facebook. Well, Pinterest. I have a website, actually, if you want to check that out, too. If you go to, it might be files, or if you just message me, I will be happy to send you my newsletter. And then that has all the links to everything in it, too. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to flip up the camera and we'll see how red my face is today if my battery's low. Because when I flip up, here I am. When I flip it up, then I can see, my face is, actually I look pretty good today. I mean, for me, this is as good as it's going to get. And I think that, I have my battery. I've been trying to remember to plug in my phone a little more often. It gets really low because I don't know what it's doing stuff when I'm not even touching it. I guess it's doing stuff and wearing down its battery. It's funny. I'm new to the phone thing, so I don't look at it all that often. All right, so you have a great day. Check me out here in about an hour. I will be doing my 2 drawings for last week. Please share my video. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And it's another sunny, nice day. And my roses are still blooming really well, which is unusual for me. And I think it's because I've started putting a better fertilizer on them. This year they're doing so much better. And it's nice to have roses. When I came home, I still had a bunch of roses blooming. So that was a real sweet treat for me. Because we had 100 plus degree days. I timed our vacation perfectly. I was gone when it was the hottest it's probably going to be. I'm hoping. Because it's getting, well, we'll probably still have a couple. I might have one blast of heat that I have to go through. But anyway, I missed the first blast. And I'm so glad. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in an hour. Bye.